Welcome to Menage with the Mary Jane Maven podcast, where we spark up conversation, verbal elation, stimulation, share our situations, temptations, education, relaxations, and elevations. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back. Oh, let me turn off my Tea Grizzly here. My bad. All right. So, welcome back, everyone, to Menage with the Mary Jane Maven, your girl. I missed you all. I know we had a week of a little bit of a break, but we got that corona going around, and
Yeah, let me get a mask.
I just don't know. I just don't know. So we had to take a little bit of a break. No, I'm kidding. I want to welcome everybody back, and thank you so much for coming in. Sorry, I'm just getting notification that we are live, which I know. But I just wanted to first start off with welcoming everybody, and let's start over here with my super turned up but a little sick co-host today, Chazz. What's up, honey?
Nothing. I'm just sharing the link with everybody.
Share it.
So go watch the podcast. We live. I'm sending it to you. Watch this.
Send it. Watch.
That's all I'm
Phone's
doing.
about to ding. There you go. All right. Then, of course, our other co-host looking over here all pretty and pink.
Oh, thank you.
Vita.
Thank you.
Vita, she's
Had to
back.
get my
I know you
life
look.
back.
You look
Yes.
like Candyland. I like it.
Candy. I like that Candyland. We should play Candyland one time. We should just come up
Or
here and
Sorry.
play games. Ooh,
I
I get
love
dirty at sorry though. I do the whole like knock your shit off the
Sorry, you're
board.
not sorry.
Sorry, and just be ooh. I'm
Oh,
mean
you're
with it.
blonde again. Hey, I like that.
It is. We've been around each other for 30 minutes, and he just said that. Yes, I am. It's not as blonde as I wanted. I wanted,
No,
I like
that's
platinum.
good.
Thank you. Next time you see me though, it'll be lighter and it might be green.
I like to play
But-
Trouble.
Oh,
But
trouble.
yeah.
Yes, yes,
Uno.
that's good.
Uno's
Life
a-
though is the life is the
No,
one.
it take too long. Life, I'd be ready to die.
We be up here for an hour and a half,
I
girl.
get
We
too
be,
depressed with life.
Literally.
you take all the dangerous routes. You be
Literally.
trying to get there real quick. I love life. When we play with our boys though, look, it is not a game. It's serious. You would think that this is like dictating our entire lives. Uno's another one. But before we get off
Uno's
into
what
that,
I find
Uno's
best
my.
about
Oh
this
man, don't play with me with Uno. I'll be waiting for you. Uno, I'll be right on you. It's great. All right. Well, to my left here, we have someone that I have known for, gosh, like 3 years.
That's
Definitely
beautiful.
was one of the first women that helped me to realize kind of what my journey was in cannabis, who kind of brought me into a group of women that helped me to really catapult myself and really develop my brand as the Mary Jane Maven. She's somebody that I, look up to, and she's such a huge inspiration. And it's somebody that if you don't know, if you're in Sacramento, you want to be in the cannabis industry, right? You want to know something, Yolo County even, she covers. She's wide ranging, but she is Sacramento's own. Been here for a minute. Yeah, your whole life. Yes, yes. And this is the beautiful Mindy. Yes.
Always representing the female empowerment
Yes,
because
yes.
we're rising up as leaders and healers and not taking over but standing side by side with everybody here. So.
Hey, women are amazing.
Well, that's how I met you. It's
Yeah, I love women.
Because of Mindy, because she
Yes.
invited me to some things, and then I met you. And
Yes,
so-
yes,
You're
the
just
woman
that-
of weed.
She's that
It's-
girl. Like
it's
you
the
meet
Mindy
her,
Project.
she's right.
The Mindy Project,
She's
The
right.
Mindy's project.
I think that the solution to everything in this world is community, and the more that we can get together and the more that we can do collaborations and
Communication make a better nation.
Hey.
I'll tell you.
Drop
we can
those
do much
lyrics.
more together than we can ever by ourselves.
Exactly. I agree.
Yes. Oh, we're gonna talk about
And
that.
you
We're
knew
gonna
I
stand up.
needed
We're
that
gonna do
too.
a little
I don't know.
Yes.
You could just like read my
Well,
vibes.
it's
like,
very
she
funny.
needs community.
No, it's
No.
funny that you say that. We'll talk about that, but we always do this. Like we get on a tangent, and our other guests just be sitting there looking like, "Am I here or not?" So our other guest here is somebody that I met as a result of the same group of women as well. It is the lovely and the beautiful Katy Carnes, and I will say that the first time that I really communicated or worked with her in a way, she had me bawling because I took one of her yoga classes.
Balling.
Balling. Yeah. So we'll talk about that tonight. We'll talk about exactly what it is that you guys or what you ladies are doing within the cannabis industry. It's fire. We're going to talk about a lot of other things. We have some awesome, like I said, listener letters where young ladies are asking, about their situations and being in the cannabis industry. And then we have, because you know me, if you guys are getting to know me, I like the ones that are a little salacious and a little freaky. So we do have another email as well, or another, form of communication where somebody is looking for some help. So we'll be talking about that, as well as some community events, what's going to be going on, what you ladies have going on, what Chazz has going on.
My name's Chazz.
Yes, this over here, Chazz is going on. And we're just going to do what we do when we, menage with the Mary Jane Maven. So first and foremost, we are going to, the spark and salutations have already begun with the hubby over here.
Shout out to the producer.
Yes, shout out to the producer. And then our bomb engineer over there as well, Miss Steph Lowe.
We love you, Steph.
In the house.
Hashtag we love you.
Yes. And then we have to give a shout out real quick. If you guys notice, we are dressed alike, me and Chazz right here.
I want to be like you so bad.
I do. I want to be like him, but yeah.
We gotta go talk to Chapo Kingdom.
So you guys did call each other on that one,
Right. So how do you say it, babe?
Chapo.
There you go. What's up? They're supposed to be watching, so I hope you guys are watching.
My dog.
So representing, yes, these dudes are fire.
Shout out to my homie Danny. He got a delivery service
El
too.
Padrino.
Yes.
We see this is this right here, this spark and salutation is courtesy of El Padrino. So thank you as well.
Hey, I got some.
There's hella Cali up in
what-
here with all this Hispanic Chapo.
No, it
and
was
El Padrino.
I had some meat cake or something like that. That shit was some dope. I had some cheetah piss. They be having all type of shit. Yeah,
that cheetah
bruh.
piss is
and that
fire.
shit go crazy, bro. I love
That
Chapo.
rosé.
And then when you at
pink
the
rosé.
session, like they post up 2 tables, 3 tables deep. You feel me? And people just walk. Like people don't even care. Like they got people ready to meet them, bro. I fuck with Chapo now.
Look, it's so I feel bad when I go to the farmers markets.
Yeah, it's like
The
that.
farmers markets where I kind of see other vendors and people that I'm cool with, and I'm like, I'll go say hi, and and he's looking at me. The hubby's like, we're on a budget, and I'm like, but I gotta buy something, because I know I'm really going to Chapo, to get that fire.
Wow.
There's definitely
And they
lots
be
of fire
plugging it.
vendors. You go to them and be like, I'm on a budget. They like.
I be like, Chapo, I got some cupcakes for you. You be like, bet, that's my dog.
So they were very kind. They held this for me. Went out to the Sunday Farmers Market. We're not gonna drop any real names, but Sunday Farmers Market, and they had this ready for me. So yes, want to shout them out.
That.
Anybody else? Any other brand? You got some merch.
Flavor Farms.
Send
them
to
my
your
dogs.
girl. Yes,
I love Flavor.
Cap City Can is always pretty
Oh
fire
yeah,
as well.
Q Bros,
Q
best
Bro-
crumble out. I swear.
Look.
to God. Yes.
Yep. Oh, that's right. Q
There's
Bros
in there?
crumble.
Damn,
Yep, they're
They
crumble.
crumble too. I gotta
So-
hit that. I love them.
We on that El Padrino,
Wait, what
that
is
flour,
What is
and then we
crumble?
got the
Is that something
crumble.
you put
Crumble,
with
crumble is wax. You feel
crack.
me? But it's not. It's just. It's like crumbly. Like you could pick it up, like
It's
break it down.
misleading, the word
Yeah. No, it look crumbly. Like it look like crumbs, but it's wax.
Yeah.
Yeah, it look like crumbs.
It's good though because you can put it on top of a bowl, like you can put it
Yeah.
on weed, or you
Yeah.
can smoke it by yourself, like
Yeah.
in a rig. So it's
Shout out to Royal Juice.
Versatile.
it's
I
versatile.
fuck with the juice.
Right? So there's a lot. So I've been working.
Shit, shout out to you. Feel me? The donuts.
Yes, donuts and dabs.
Yes.
We got the community is growing. So it's growing and it's awesome what's going on and the community and there's
Blazing edibles and that's my
Yes.
dog.
But there's no beef. What I noticed,
Hell no,
there
I
may
fuck
be
with- yeah.
on the under. There's always this and back and forth, and there's some bitch assness that goes on sometimes.
And
But
some folks
overall,
be hating.
it's
That's
pretty
just
good.
being human.
Shout out to the
Right.
People's Edibles.
True.
You ever had a People's Edible?
Fire.
The
Fire.
the Crunch Nugs. Yeah,
First time I got
my
him, he was like, "Is this
dog.
weed or is
Man,
this
hell
like
nah.
what is this?
You smell it. You
Rice Krispie treat? It's
that shit
fire.
go crazy.
Which one did we like? I liked the most was the strawberries and cream. Or no, the waffles.
Yeah, that shit go crazy.
They have a
Y'all just
waffle
look
flavor.
so
It's
lost.
so
I just
good.
wish
You know,
y'all
I'm
knew.
sitting here
I just wish y'all knew
I'm
what we
such a
was
tea
talking
girl.
about.
I fuck
Hey.
with tea sometimes because
I love tea. You got
but
tea.
like when it comes to edibles, I just I'm too scared these
Nah,
days.
like,
Really?
it's just fun. Like edibles are fun. Shout out to
I'm
On Be
such a bitch
Treats. You
about
dig?
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Like,
He has it too.
you feel me?
Wait,
But-
does popcorn is fire?
You feel me?
Yeah, we'll
Dope
talk about the
corn,
it's
all
fire.
that.
But before we get started, I definitely want to give a shout out. Excuse me.
To God.
Give a shout out on the universe. Give a shout out. We can have a conversation about that another podcast.
Hey, this CBD mix got me feeling some type of way. Whose is this?
Let me see that.
Oh, I gotta
Realize.
read this. Realize.
So,
Realize.
Yes,
Realize.
yes.
Realize.
Yes.
Like it.
Realize Wellness.
God, I love that
They
shit.
are fire. Look them up. @ on Instagram. They actually were one of our, I want to say, sponsors at the Create and Elevate event that we had this past
Such nice
week.
people, too.
And this, yes, I mean, awesome people. They have a
What?
really good team.
Creating what?
My
What
event,
was
Create and
I?
Elevate.
didn't
You were
want it.
busy. You were at Sound of.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
so,
shit. Shout out
yes.
to Johnny Lachey.
Yes, you guys go
Sound
over
of
there?
art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That's my dog. That's
Yeah,
my
so
dog.
you're there. Yes, she'll be on in April. So shout out to you, friend. She's a G. She had a post of her and her snake the other day, and I was like, oh my god,
And
I'm
her-
terrified.
no,
And she's like,
that's
come
her
meet
Really?
them. They're so
People
sweet.
want to take pictures with the snake, and she's like, "Well, you got to book the snake too."
Oh my
The
God,
snake
that's
ain't
crazy.
Ain't
Like,
working for free. It's
She
like,
just lets the snake
exactly.
just go all over and
Got a
stuff, and I'm
booking
like,
agent
oh
as well.
no, I can't do that.
The snake's
So
got a booking agent as
Right,
well.
exactly.
right? So everybody, you just do like 2 scoops if you want any of that. But if anybody has
I
any
did
water or
have a
anything,
scoop
you can
in my
do
water.
that. But so one thing I'll tell this story real quick.
Yeah,
So
but-
I've always I don't love snakes, but my Mudia, who is my great grandmother on my mother's side, when we used to go visit Mississippi, she'd be like, "You smell that?" And I'm like, "I smell watermelon." And she's like, "No, that's snakes." And so to this day, I don't like watermelon. I do not like snakes. And every time, like after rain, if it smells like watermelon, I'm like, snakes are around.
Oh my
See?
God.
Don't like
Slime.
watermelon. I love
You not with the
watermelon so
slime?
much,
You not
I-
slimy? You not with the slime?
No.
No.
I'm like, is that something I was
The
about to,
YSL?
I was about to
No.
type it in later and look
No,
that up.
that's Young Thug and them. They all be like slime, slat, all that shit.
Oh,
That should be
yeah.
hella funny.
I don't. We could talk about you can tell me the appeal of Young Thug because only if he's on a song where it's
Totally,
cracking
dude.
or. But other than that, I'm like, I don't
Surf.
just go buy an album. You know who I'm excited to go see? Russ.
Jesus. Oh,
Did you say Jesus?
He did. What is today? What is it? Good Lord.
I
no.
wanted to make sure I was hearing right.
All right. So real quick, before we get into everything, this is gonna be one of those episodes. I feel it already.
She said
So we're gonna
Russ.
jump into telling you guys, yeah, Russ is fire. Don't even. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna do the monthly first.
oh, I love
The
monthly.
I know.
The hubby. So we're
roll
gonna talk
up.
a little bit about Monthleaf. Someone who is dear to my heart, but who also has a great business and a great service. Monthleaf is your monthly subscription box service where you get over $150 worth of product for just about $100. So you can kind of choose what you like. They have a couple of different avenues in which way you could go. You have delivery that comes to you once a month. They just had a fantastic themed Valentine's Day box. Pretty soon, sometime I would probably say later part of this year, they're going to be having all CBD and kind of hemp products as well. So I believe they will have a CBD hemp box. But what you guys can do is by using my code, and that is, what are you doing over
It just sound different. Like I'm like, bro, this shit sound crazy.
Using my code MJMaven10. Right? The hubby dubby? Yes. MJMaven10. You will be able to get 10% off. And if you go ahead and join our Patreon, which you guys should be running to do after the episode, you will be able to qualify for even larger discounts as well as some other great things behind the scenes, a little bit more of me, which I know you want so much, a little bit more of the fam here when we go out and about, maybe on the local events, maybe a Trevor Fong Mix and Mingle event we'll take you guys to.
Oh yeah, he's got that
Shout
coming
out.
up.
Something, yes,
Shout
next
out.
week. I'm excited. So yes, so I'm gonna read my quote. And ladies, I know this is your first time, but I know you've
how I'm
watched
coming.
all the episodes. I know, no, I'm kidding. So
know how I'm
what we
coming.
do? Oh, here he goes with the Pringles.
Big Pringles.
Here we go. So,
Honey mustard
you are the worst for somebody that has, what is it called?
every
What
week.
is it called?
The munchies.
No, when you can't stand to hear people chew.
Oh, I don't. You said that last time. I love to
gosh.
hear
Maybe
ASMR.
you can make a lot of
Ew.
money doing
Sounds
like
Sounds and
ASMR.
slurping. I love that.
He
Well,
could be-
slurping, that's different. You take it
wanna-
there. Oh my God, if you don't stop right now. Jesus.
Yes.
But we might get
my
more
gosh.
viewers though.
I feel like you could do like
Just to hear
ASMR
me
money, like get money for doing ASMR.
Look, we
but
could
for
do that.
Stoners,
Just to hear me
you know what
chew.
I mean?
Another
just, like
time.
rolling of a paper.
My cousin want me to do that
you
shit.
know, just like stoner
My cousin want me to
ASMR.
do
Make some
mukbangs
fucking
and
money off
shit.
that shit.
All
Just
types
be
of shit.
stoned with the mic.
Misophonia. I was saying it right last time. It's
Okay,
called
you got it.
misophonia, a disorder which means
mesothelioma?
sufferers have a hatred of sounds such as eating, chewing, loud breathing, or even repeated pen clicking. Yeah.
That sounds like mesothelioma. You know that commercial? It was like you
Mesothelioma? You have
mesothelioma.
That shit.
I agree. You know what I mean? Like, get over yourself.
But yes, it's I don't know. I'm sorry. It's not
Look,
something
that
that I
crab
love.
have
We all have our things.
We
I get
do,
it.
Yes.
we do. So you just try to be kind to others and
Right.
just be like, okay, I won't.
But not
crunch
right
you
here.
for
I mean,
you.
Say
it's
something
just
nice. Say something nice.
like I stumbled upon what is it, ASMR, and the girl was like licking. She was like, and I was like, oh my god.
It makes me
Oh
so
my
mad
God.
that they make money like that. I'm
And just
like,
these-
you fucking
and all this, and I'm
God
like,
damn it.
why?
Right.
So bad.
Love it.
Stop
That
it.
lady with the crab. Did you guys ever see her? She made that sauce, and she would go and eat with her hands. And the part that I didn't like, I felt like she was bragging because she'd be eating these like $200 crabs, and it's making you hungry. And you're like, I want a whole king crab to myself. So it's like, stop bragging. Just get a crab leg and do your thing. No, you know.
It's supposed to be soothing. It's like a form of kind of therapy where people they like the sound, so they do certain things like clicking on the microphone or like scraping
'Cause
or
you know what?
eating
People
apples
need
or
calm in a
People say that.
stressful
Yeah.
world.
People
It
say
is
that.
really crazy.
People say
out
that.
there sometimes.
What was his name? What was
They're
that?
making
What was that
super
painter?
money.
Yeah, we
name?
all need a way to like wind
Bob
down
Ross.
and deflate.
People say
you know,
Bob
from
Ross
our
is the
Oh,
perfect
Bob Ross
example
was
of
dope.
ASMR.
That's
It's
good.
like whatever
Yeah.
you do, like fine, get down
like
on
that.
it. It's like
I
no
like that.
People say he the
judgment, just,
best.
like,
He the
don't judge
best
me on it.
example of
Yeah.
ASMR.
And I don't and like anybody who likes it. That's great. I just couldn't do it. But he's right. I like that Bob Ross. Bob Ross was probably the first one. Little trees.
For
We're gonna
sure.
adopt the little trees. and put
Absolutely.
right
That's
there.
what everybody
He was
says.
fire,
Well,
man.
I'm into texture.
On a
so
Sunday,
I
that
love
was great.
slime, Orbeez, squishies.
Oh,
all
you're
that.
Furry.
a texture
That's all
person.
I have. I have a
my
whole
niece
room.
is into that.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
whole
I know. We're having
I
fun
fucking love
here.
So how
She
old is
hella
she
wants
too?
to start a business.
I
like
do
she's
too.
hella entrepreneurial and shit. I'm like,
Hey,
go,
shout out to
make
her,
some fucking
like,
slime,
make
dude.
some-
like just go.
Make some
My
slap.
8-year-old loves like all that
Yeah, why
too.
not?
I know
Yeah.
some very
Slash,
popular
slash.
slime companies. They're set up
Yeah.
like business, like real
I
businesses.
mean, I dig
that are.
it.
They're making money hand over fist.
I was like, I was
That's
like
crazy.
making fun of her for it, and then I was like grabbing onto it, and then like
it's like-
15 minutes later, I wouldn't give it back to her.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, I guess
So-
that's similar. I like popping the like
Yeah.
packing
Yeah, yeah,
bubbles.
yeah,
Like
absolutely.
that's fire to me. I
Yeah.
love it. So we can
Some
hear
for
that.
stoners. Look at
Yeah, I
That's
know.
what
We're
I'm
live.
saying, you know?
I can hear that.
We
That's
could be
double
rich.
noise.
Oh, you can hear this. My
Yes.
bad. I was trying to
So-
see who was on here. I was
No,
trying
it's
to see if
okay.
you were watching.
It's okay. You could turn it down. and you
I'll
could see
turn
that
it
though,
down,
can't you?
yeah.
Okay, cool. So, all right. So our quote for this week is: "Every dream gets tested, but not every dream is realized." So the quote every week kind of, sets the stage for what the episode is going to be about, or what the main message is. So this week, guys, is definitely an education, and I want to say it's all three. It's going to be education, it's going to be eradication, and it's going to be a little bit of elevation as well. Because the first question I want to ask is, other than you guys taking your turns and telling us what exactly you do in the space of cannabis, I want us to all share our stories about the first time that we got lit.
Please
got
don't do
elevated.
I
that.
love it.
Please don't do that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, no, I don't want to go first.
Okay,
Okay.
so
No, I can. If
our
y'all want
guest,
me to,
our
but
guest
yeah.
will go first. We'll have
Yeah.
Katy go first.
Yeah, 'cause you
Oh
should
my
be
God. I
excited.
was like, do I
Goodness, I wanna
remember
hear
this? Is it my like memory?
Definitely remember.
Am
Everybody
I making
remember.
this up in my brain?
Everybody
as I go?
remember.
No. Oddly enough, I joined the Girl Scouts very late.
The Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
cool.
So this one girl I knew, she was like real cool, and I was like, yeah, I did Girl Scouts. And then I ended up joining because they were going to Europe at the end of the year, and I was
Ooh,
like,
she
I'm gonna
said,
get
I'm-
on this.
Yeah,
so
she's like, I'm going to
she's
Europe.
a very good
What?
friend of mine. She's quite lovely, and she just got married. Congratulations.
Oh,
Megan.
congratulations.
Wonderful woman.
Shout out to marriage.
Anyway, so we go to this Girl Scout sleepover,
Right,
and
right.
we were gonna do in the morning like a garage sale to
Right,
fundraise for
right,
the
right. Yeah,
the trip, and we got everything done, and then we went to a party because she was kind of cool, and I took a bong rip of like a bong that was
Oh,
like
your first
2.5
time?
feet.
Oh, you
and
were-
I giggled
That's cool.
for
That's
You
cool.
were
2.5
in the building and
hours.
feeling yourself. Wow.
I had a great
Okay,
time,
good,
and then I
good.
was like, I am set. This is where my life is.
That's good. Hey, that's
good that you
good.
I
enjoyed
feel
it,
good,
because a lot of
yeah.
people that could ruin it. For my sister's
Right.
first time smoking, she hit one of those gigantic bongs, and she hates weed now. It's
Right.
yeah.
You know,
I don't know.
people-
That's a crime. To
No,
me.
it's not. I know.
It's
A lot of people
crime.
can't.
It's
Weed ain't for
allergic.
everybody. Like
It
Right,
should
it's
be.
not.
It's a
like
plant.
y'all be watching
He put it here for me and you.
pharmaceutical commercials, and at the end of it, be like, "This isn't for everyone." Weed commercials gonna be the same way. This isn't for everyone.
Absolutely.
It's not.
No, the main difference is they're not going to give 45 minutes worth of side effects.
Well, yeah, I
and then possibly death,
and then say that. Ain't no possibly death, but the side effects is hungry, happy, sleepy. We know how that shit works.
Right there.
Like,
hungry, happy, sleeping. Best ever. Best ever.
If you have a psychosis problem, it's not a good idea to consume certain cannabis products. If your like schizophrenia is unchecked, I doubt getting lit is gonna be a good necessarily a good idea for you, right? So it's not good for everybody. But for people who are seeking wellness, who can be of sound mind, and you know what I mean, then there's something. There's a little something for almost everybody.
That's hella funny. I seen this this meme. It was like schizophrenic niggas be like, "Hey, what's the move, nigga? I'm not even real." That shit it was like they was talking to somebody. That shit was just hella funny when I read it though. But
there's even
but do you get it though, bro? It's like, what's the move, bro? Nigga, I'm not even real.
What is
like,
there? Sorry.
CBD ratios.
Oh,
So
right.
like for people that
yeah,
may
CBD
not
is
be able to like
amazing.
take high THCs, like there's ratios you can go 1-to-1
Right.
THC CBD and have kind of the best of both worlds.
Okay.
Everybody has a different thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But you have to pay attention to that, right?
yeah.
You gotta be mindful with your use. Sometimes it's not just about
yeah.
just getting
Well, definitely.
lit.
We've said that,
Like
you
our
know, I
first
addressed
time,
that.
Our first time you just got lit. You didn't ask that question, but you had fun, so that's great. My first time, I pinched a bunch of sacks of Maui Wowie from our homie Warren. Shout out to Warren.
What? How you gonna shout the nigga out and you stole
Well,
from
like, he
him?
knows we did it. He knows we did it. He didn't
Okay,
care.
it was
It's like
fine.
the big brother. We grew up in Hawaii, and there's a whole, green canvas culture there, but I never smoked. My family smoked. My friends smoked. And then Warren came through with the Maui Wowie, and we just needed
and
a
that
little
was good,
joint
Maui
back in the
Wowie.
day. And,
was
green
probably
bud.
fire.
We used to call it green bud. And so we just, he was cool with my cousin. She did it. Taking a
now she
little
dying.
pinch. And we rolled a joint, and oh, my God. Getting high was psychedelic for me. I don't know about other people, but I thought I kind of like left my body.
Well, you probably
That
had
was
some
some good
fire.
weed.
Maui
I
Wowie.
had
Maui
to go
Wowie
lay
was
down
fire back in the
upstairs,
day.
right? And I'm laying down upstairs. And I hear my cousin yell, "Get from in front of the TV, Chandra!" But she's talking to her daughter and accidentally said the wrong name. And I sat up like, "Am I downstairs?" I thought I was laying in the bed. Like, hold on, let me check myself. Go downstairs and check. Nope, I'm really upstairs. I was like, I'm lit.
Someone
That's
smack
it.
me.
I'm high, right? Not fun. It was fun though.
So
You missed me, Mindy.
that's a
so
good story. So yes,
For
share
me,
yours, share yours.
my body's a little bit different. It
you
took me
can
like
take
3 times. I don't know if I can turn this. It took me 3 times smoking in order to like really feel it. And I just like in Northern California, you grow up around it. It was something that was a little bit more normal, in my life. And so, the first time technically the third time I smoked is when I just had this feeling, and it's never felt the same since that day. I remember like I walked and I felt like I was walking on a cloud, and I was like, what is this? This is amazing. Because after not working for a
Oh,
couple
it finally
times, I'm like,
worked.
oh, what is this?
That's
What
cool.
is everybody hyped about? Like, what is this thing? But I was kind of younger, and I was at school, so it probably wasn't such a good idea.
Oh yeah, damn, you're one of those, huh?
Very
Like,
educational.
imagine like not feeling it, and then like the first time you feel it, you walk in, you're like, oh, okay.
You probably like
knows.
everybody knows I'm high, like that, right? Everybody knows.
No,
Oh my
somebody
gosh,
called me out too.
did they?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, were you out here? Did you guys both? You grew up
I
in
grew up
Sacramento, yeah?
mainly in the Sacramento area.
Okay.
yeah.
What about you, Katie?
I grew up in Davis, but I usually
Whoop
don't
whoop,
tell people.
DAV, the DAV. I love Davis. If it wasn't so expensive, we would have stayed there. You know,
It's
a couple of
town.
years ago
town,
when we
for
finished
sure.
college.
Well, I ate some burnt pancakes and I dropped my fried rice on the floor, and I'm not lying. I got down there and tried to recover it. That's how lit I was. I was like, look, it's in a pile.
Way too
If
high.
I just get what was on the top, it didn't touch the floor. I'm going for it. And then
You
it was over.
were
I'm telling you, I was out
litty lit
I
lit.
was so litty, but I was with my uncle, I was with my cousin, I was with my family, so you could just be.
That's so
you know,
lovely.
Yeah.
I had to be like, I've never done drugs for so long,
What is that?
That's so lame.
Well, I had a very interesting time. And I think I shared this story in the first episode, but my dad, if anybody's ever seen my dad, if you know my dad is his presence is very scary and intimidating. Plus, I remember like being in the back of the car and them going to buy like nickel sacks and shit. And like I remember finding their shoebox top with their, roach clip that was a rabbit's foot. Sorry, yeah, I remember. So I knew that they would always know if I smoked or whatever. So, going to school in Elk Grove, everybody, most of the people that I went to school with, they had money. It was easy for them to go ahead and get tree plus anything else. But so I waited. I would be around people that smoked. I never did. Now, did I drink? Yes, that Mad Dog used to be my homie. Mad Dog 2020, man. Yes, used to be. Oh God, this where we would go buy it was off of Florin Road, and he would charge us so much.
Was it the Punjabi on 24th and Florin? Yes.
Oh my
Everybody
gosh.
knows.
Nice. Fuck off this.
So
bitch.
you'd go there and buy Mad Dog, which some years ago it was only like 98 cents, but he would charge like $7.42 because he knew that we were minors and we wanted it anyway. So yeah, that's off topic. I do that. So yeah, so my friends are like, hey, let's go ahead and ride around. We were getting ready. We just got our nails done. And my friends were like, we're about to smoke. And I was like, no, you guys know I don't do that. It's okay. And they're like, we're about to graduate. Like, you actually could have graduated already. I had extra credits. I was working. My friends were gassing me up. And I hope my friend's watching because I just texted her and I was like, I need you to watch so you can hear the story, see if she remembers. But we were in her Accord. I want to say that she had, it was like an 81 or something, Honda Accord. She used to drive that bitch. She was stick. She used to drive it, man. She would drive it. So we were driving around, just got our nails done. And she said, our friends are passing around. They're passing around a pipe. And it comes to me. And they're like, all right, just take the lighter, do it. So I lit it, but I had my eyes closed.
Sharing is fucking lean.
So I had my eyes closed, and next thing I know, my best friend and they're both my best friends. They were like, "Oh my God, bitch, your nail's on fire! Your nail is on fire!"
And
I was like, "Oh!" And I had completely. Well, I had my eyes closed.
Yeah.
You can't light a bowl with your eyes closed. I don't know what. Yeah. So. I had to go get my nails done again because I couldn't go home with one, burnt nail. Yeah. So that was Sarah's our best friend. She said yes, it was an 81.
Shop lady, I've been like, I need this fixed.
Well, they were hella talking about me like she just left out of here.
This is so fun.
And it was burnt. So yeah, so it was obvious because they had a burnt mark on it and it was like melted like a candle and candle wax. It was so bad. And I didn't smoke again until probably like 6-8 months later. And when I smoked then, I remember watching Don't Take the Girl video. Tim McGraw, I think it was, and crying my ass off. Oh my God, if you guys don't know, it's a very, oh my God.
You got emotional.
I cried, ate my ass off, ate venison, like it was beef jerky, like was killing venison.
You had a self-care day.
It did, in a way. And it did.
Does for you.
And it did. Yeah, I didn't burn anything the second time, so that was good. So, yes, so that was my first time, but I'm a professional now, so don't worry about that. But what was you doing over here? It was just like, what, a couple years ago, baby?
I don't smoke.
It's
You
the baby.
crazy.
It's the baby in the room over here. He's over here just.
I don't even smoke. That's
You
the
don't?
crazy part. Nah, hey,
You just roll it and light it for everybody.
Nah, my first time getting high, that shit was wild. So my first time, you fans, all I do, it was a song playing in my head. It's okay. Fucking, so my first time getting high, it was New Year's 2010 becoming 2011. And I was at my old friend house. I was at my old friend Imani's house, and she stole weed from her mama. But her mama knew she used to steal her weed, though. So
You were like
okay.
12.
Yeah, I was 14. I was 13, 14. I was
You just said
around there.
2010.
2011. I was in 8th grade. Yeah, I was like 13, 14.
He was
I
12.
graduated at 17, though. So my birthday in the
Oh, okay.
summer. You feel me? So, yeah. But, that shit was wild. Like, so I don't remember how much we smoked, but I just remember being in our garage, we hotboxing, and now I'm high as fuck. I remember just laughing hella hard. Like, I'm laughing hella hard in her garage, leaning back and forth, laughing. Then I run in her house, dive headfirst into her couch, grab a pillow, laughing, and I'm like, it's like 10 o'clock. I'm like, bruh, my mom is calling me. I gotta go home. They trying to calm me down. I'm like, nah, bro, I gotta go home. I'm tripping. Like, and they're like, never again. We're never getting high with him ever again.
You had one of those?
Yes, bro. So yeah, a few times. Like my
Settle
first,
him
like,
down.
yeah, no, seriously, because I was laughing too hard.
So when you went home, did you have to do?
Nah. Let me tell you.
Okay.
So you feel me? So the night, they never let me leave. You feel me? So,
Okay.
So the night going or whatever, and Imani is trying to feed us. So I just remember getting a bag of chips from Imani, and this nigga Matthew, I was with this boy Matthew. He fucking like pins me in the corner, has some scissors, and was like, "Nigga, give me your chips." Like I was like, no, not my chips. No, not my chips. So I gave the nigga my chips, bruh. And then everything's like a blur. Like, the shit was wild. Everything was like a blur. And then after that, I just remember being in the fucking garage with this nigga sitting in front of me with the scissors, tossing them back and forth. Like, where you going? And I'm like, bruh, I gotta go. Like, I just remember tripping so hard.
Yeah, it can be
and
psychedelic.
that shit probably was what was going on. You feel me? That's and then the last thing I remember was
and that didn't scare you off though.
No. The last thing I remember it was me, Matthew, Imani's sister, and Imani's sister boyfriend. We all sitting in the living room, and then we watching 106 in Park for the countdown, and then 6 foot 7 foot playing, and I start rapping the fuck out that shit, and then Imani's sister boyfriend got mad at me, threw my own shoe at me, and then I passed out. And then I woke up and walked to Jack in the Box, and then I remember. Yeah.
For being a stoner, you have a very vivid memory.
Oh yeah, no, bro, I remember that. I will never forget that.
We
shit.
tell stories alike. Like people are always like, "You remember that?"
Shit.
Right? Yeah,
Like,
Taco Bell.
Never,
those 2 for 99
PTSD ass
tacos.
shit.
You know,
Those 2 for 99-cent tacos
It's
when
not
you were
like that
high.
no more.
Once again, my
Tiffany,
friend, if you're still watching, we used to go
I ended
in.
up laughing at Uptown Comedy Club. I know you remember that. The Uptown Comedy Club, because there was 2 different comedy sets on late night. There was, you had Russell Simmons' Def Jam, but then on late night, more like regular TV,
Oh, was
there
it like
Uptown
Channel
Comedy
13 or
Club.
something? It was like regular TV.
regular
Yeah.
TV.
I
Uptown
vaguely remember
Comedy
that.
Club. It was Flex. You know Flex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I was probably more of though. I'm thinking of like, what we used to watch, babe? Uncut. That was. Did you watch? You never watched Uncut? Were you even old enough to watch Uncut?
What's
you were talking to
Uncut
somebody.
what?
Oh, I think
Videos.
the videos uncut.
BET, yes.
I remember
BT,
that.
yeah, I
You
know
guys
that.
remember that? No, I don't know if you want. Well,
I
we
know
were in
that.
Davis shit when we were watching
I
that.
don't remember
But
when you get the uncensored version of videos.
he wasn't.
I wasn't. I
Yes,
feel
he
like I
was.
know what that is.
I mean, I remember HBO. Like that's where we would get like the like we can get cuss words.
What the fuck? Why are you trying to hold me like I'm not 26?
Wait, stop
I
it.
am 26.
Okay. Yes, girl. I'm sorry. My friend texted me. That is all we ate. We would go with like $20 and get $20 worth of the 99-cent tacos.
Wow, my homie
My
Miguel did
sister
that
calls
once.
those meat envelopes.
I guess, but they are some great meat envelopes.
I don't like those.
Jim Boys is better, but that's not
Jim Boys
99
go
cents.
Yeah,
Crazy.
So
I
good.
just
Probably
had
send them
that
in
shit.
the mail. And
Yes.
they'd be okay.
But the hubby, do you remember your first time? Oh, shout out. Oh, sidebar. We're going to get to, I'm sorry. I am so mad that we are getting it. Well, that Natomas is getting a Nations. Do you know what?
Why are you mad at that?
Why? Because I lived there for hella long. We were supposed to get a Sonic, never got a Sonic.
Yeah, I remember
Sonic-
the
They
Sonic
never
talk.
talk,
I
right?
remember the Sonic talk.
We were like, it was. Yes, they are. The Nations will be done in like
Well, you know why they didn't
2
get
weeks.
the Sonic and stuff? Because they
The
got
guy-
real uppity about having drive-through. They
Right,
didn't
right,
want
right.
drive-through competition for whatever sit-down.
No, that's not why. It was because the
Right, right,
owner
right.
went
You
bankrupt and
get
he
it
was
right
doing
here.
dirt.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like there was some sort of controversy
It was
with like
TGIF.
it being like them delivering into the cars, and there was like too much. I don't know.
I love Sonic. I'd actually, that's the only fast food job I apply for because I know how to skate. So that's the only fast food
Really?
job.
Oh, that's
I'd
why you
really
do.
apply
Yeah,
for.
that's
That's
right.
why I would apply for that. But other than that, I would never work in fast food ever again.
Chick-fil-A, I'd work at Chick-fil-A.
I-
They paid like $175 an hour
do
with
you
full
right.
benefits and shit. Like they are.
And
I
then,
feel that, but I
In-N-Out
never work in
too.
fast food ever
In-N-Out's
again.
good.
Yeah,
I liked
like
Applebee's. I worked at
$15
Applebee's.
an
It was
hour.
cool.
Applebee's food is frozen food and they heat it up in the microwave.
Reminds me of
That's what I
Kevin
was
Hart.
told. That shit
So-
come in a bag.
I worked there, yeah. It
What,
was a heat and
Applebee's?
serve,
Applebee's
just
come in
like
a bag and they
Red
put that shit in the
Lobster.
microwave.
Yeah.
I don't trust any of those.
For sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
most
no, I'm
definitely.
serious.
Most
Like,
definitely.
I don't like that
It
shit.
comes
I
pre-
never did. I don't want
It comes
now.
pre-portioned or it comes in a bag, and then like the prep crew pre-portions it into like smaller containers.
I used to have to go to work early.
Red
Dude,
Lobster,
that's
no,
what it is.
they like
That's right.
pre-portion it themselves. They work back there and cut it up and put it.
Well, that's
in
why I
a
said you have the
bag
prep
and get
crew
it
that
ready.
puts
That's
in the styrofoam
wild.
and stuff. Yeah.
And I was reading this story about some wild shit that happened, but the comments everybody thought he worked at fast food, and he was like, I work at a 5-star restaurant. Why y'all think I work at fast food? Fast food workers treat y'all better than these restaurants. Oh God, like because they are small. You know, it's a smaller. You know, it ain't. When it's a restaurant like that, they already got the standard. They don't even care. The kitchens be grimy, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'll be watching that. Damn, what is that chef name? Gordon
Oh
Ramsay.
yes,
I
and
be
he
watching
goes
his
those
shit.
24 hours to hell and all that. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
bro, I love that shit. Like
I
that
love
is
those too.
wild.
Do you
That-
guys watch
One where he,
those?
like,
Where he goes
He
to
go and fix their restaurant.
You know he
Like,
did
this
a
is shit.
restaurant out here, right?
Where?
It was what was it?
Put him on blast. Well, who is it?
Oh, it was
not Celis-
no.
not
You
Cel-
know,
that one's
the
old.
Soul Food that's downtown. The old.
Oh
Oh
my
my God! Why
gosh.
are you drawing a blank? Yes.
I know what it is. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch that.
Say
We're
that.
gonna put
Yeah,
them
that's
on
true.
blast.
That's true. Yes, and I'll tell you off.
We get sued for that? What? They was on TV. They are what?
True, she didn't keep it.
Them to show that she went back to the normal ways. It's
Yeah.
not like it's because of the show.
Yeah, she did.
that
Yeah,
episode, she said,
yeah.
"Forget it.
I'll
It's
I'll
not
tell you
working for
offline.
me."
Yeah, it's a good episode. But she,
I'm gonna
I mean,
watch
as soon as they came in, she was like, "What?" They all had attitudes and stuff. They did. I mean, oh, there you go. There you go.
Oh, we're gonna watch it.
Go to bed.
Yeah, there you go. Right there. Right there.
This is legal,
The
right?
second one. Cause yeah, there you go.
Okay, because
See, you
it's
see it?
TV.
Yeah, that's the
Well,
one.
I mean, running a restaurant is hard, and I think
You know it's
edibles
real easy when
make
you
it
care and you
edible
don't
use
is
stuff out of
probably
cans.
hard too, you know?
What?
Well, there goes that. You just had the name.
What?
That's the name of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were not trying to say the
Oh
name.
shit! I was reading it. My bad.
But we want to get shout out to Chef Matt because we want him to come out here and work some of his magic.
Chef
with
Matt's
our
so
sass
busy. He's so
club.
he's so
Yeah.
fancy, huh? I was
look
trying to get him to come out for my
around,
birthday,
haven't-
but
yeah,
he's
I-
been busy. He's at the CBD Expo in Vegas.
Speaking of
this past
CBD,
week.
didn't you bring some?
Thank you. Look at that
Yeah.
segue over here. Somebody's learning. I was just gonna say, let's get on to our guest.
No,
This is
no,
what
no.
we
She
do,
brought
guys.
some flour.
No,
Yes.
that's Nat is Kim Dog actually. So
Oh.
Oh, it's right in front of me. Talking about where.
So why
Yeah.
don't we take this time? That was a good segue. Why don't you take this time to let's talk about what these beautiful ladies do in the industry?
Yeah, I want to see that.
What?
That-
Oh,
yeah, I
the
wanna
yes,
see this.
that's in my
I,
room.
I
That's
got
my,
folks who want
that's
to
my
do
calendar
this
right now.
hella bad.
So,
like
Mindy,
stone yoga,
won't you
hella
tell
bad.
us about your experience, your journey to cannabis, and
It's
to
sexy. Can I get
what
one too?
exactly is that you do today? Share a little bit with us.
Yeah, so it's been a long road. Like I said, I kind of grew up in Northern California, Sacramento. There was a lot going on, and just had, a passion for healing. I think I'm here because I'm a healer in many
That makes
ways.
sense.
Yes.
And
Hashtag everything
I want
makes sense.
to always make the choices that kind of change the world. It's like a lot. It's a lot of work, but I try to do as much as I can and make choices and create and manifest in this world things that will be able to do that.
I definitely can say that
So-
I've learned from you in that aspect. She does some amazing things about women empowerment, and when there's new moons and things like that, you have a get together. She is not
Yeah.
just in cannabis. She's not just a cannabis woman.
Yeah, there's
She's definitely a healer.
everybody has like feminine and masculine traits inside of them, and one of them
Yeah, it makes sense.
on the feminine side. So our society is very like masculine in the way that we operate, and intuition is like a feminine thing, and everybody has intuition. You have intuition, and it's embracing those feminine ways, and also doing business in that way too, like being a heart-centered business, being part of a different culture, stewardship versus hierarchy. That's something like I always preach, is because everybody is important. Everybody is part of the process, and it's the coming together of everybody in one place that's really going to make that force and like make that power. So Khemia is essentially a lot of that going on. So it's bringing
Can I ask,
together.
what is that? Was that the meaning behind it? That's so,
Yeah.
it's such a
Where you
pretty.
came from, that's dope.
Yeah,
pretty, huh?
Khemia is the root word of chemistry and alchemy.
Oh.
And the
I might name
ancient-
my child that. That's fire. No
Yeah,
cap.
yeah.
For real, that's
pretty fire, yeah.
No cap.
So,
It's better than Lexus, so
yeah.
I'll take that.
I go a little
said that.
deep with it too. Yeah. I go a little deep with it. So
love
it's
that.
like it's like transmutation of nature, and like we are nature. So everybody that is kind of like involved, it's like, you're here because you genuinely want to be a better person, and you want to do better, and you want to elevate yourself. And so,
I'm definitely stealing this.
You're definitely crunchy.
This name, not the
No,
one.
I love that. It reminds me very much of The Alchemist. Reading it for like the third time, and so yeah, I definitely am feeling that. That's awesome.
So the basis of Khemia. So I came from a place like I had a whole bunch of entrepreneurial ventures and tried to help. I did masterminds for people back in the days, like 2016, maybe 2017. We screened the movie Mary Jane's The Women of Weed in
Yes.
Sacramento. So like just continuing to do, and I got linked up with a lot of really amazing people that became my mentors. And that's the key thing, is just like, you can do anything with the right people and the right team. And so I was fortunate enough to, kind of join this group and help grow this business, which people I really consider like my family, like my sisters and stuff. So we have a whole bunch of different adventures going on, some stuff around Sacramento, but Khemia specifically was a way to kind of like help people transition into the regulated market. So it's been a really long road, but our main goal is to bring back a lot of the legacy manufacturers as formulators and kind of bring them in so we could come together as one.
That's awesome.
Instead of everybody having their small business. And we had to start small. Manufacturing is really hard to get into. And so we started with a Type P packaging license. And so we have flour and pre-rolls out in the market.
Nice.
And one thing that we
probably
want to
seen this
do with the flour is really connect with growers that are legacy growers, like be really intentional about who you're bringing in to
Tell
your
us what a
space.
legacy grower is, just in case someone doesn't.
Legacy grower. So cannabis was a 20-year unregulated industry before it was a regulated industry, and then for generations, people in different places would grow weed, and you know that was their livelihood,
Like
and that was
Green
their thing.
Triangle and
Yeah,
places in
yeah,
California.
yeah. So legacy is, you know, a lot of the people that really set up. So we were like self-regulated and we did well. You know, we were more small businesses, like the Prop 215 era, we're all collectives, but we did well, and it's just a whole new game now. You know, and so
So
we have
legacy is
to do
kind of like
things
what
different.
I call farm to spark, where it's just, to me, it's
Our
about wanting to
hashtag.
keep it
You
close.
said
city-
You know,
you
said
city of
keeping it
trees?
about real people, not just some industry that wants to come in and exploit and turn this into,
yes,
you know, something
yes.
just to exploit, but community love.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So I was gonna
Teamwork.
say I know you are involved as well in trying to, you know, implement the equity that we need within the industry here, within our you know, society, well, in our Sacramento community.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going well anywhere. You know, no one has got an equity program right as of yet, and it seems so easy. It definitely seems so simple. What do you feel about the current state of our equity and what they're kind of pacifying, I think, the community with? And talk a little bit about UCA, because I know you're involved in that
shout
as well,
out
correct?
to UCA. Everybody go
yes.
follow the UCA. We actually have a meeting this Friday, the 21st. It's going to be on the corner of H and Alhambra. So,
Can I open this?
yeah, go ahead. It's childproof, so you got to get a scissor to do it.
Don't
But
Right, for real. Like,
So
my
now-
ass was trying to rip
yeah,
this one.
when it comes to equity, I think it's really important for us right now to get together as a community and as a group, because this is when they're writing policy. When something is being written into place in policy that has to do with anything, the best time to figure it out and get the best plan down is when it's being written. So
Yeah.
you have to kind of come together, see really what we need,
Right.
you know, because there's a lot of decision making going on
Yeah,
right
and
now.
you want to be involved in that decision-making process.
Yeah.
If you're
You
doing
got to
business,
stand up
right?
for you stand up for yourself, and then also come together as a collective. So the most important thing is when they hear the same thing over and over and over again, that's what sparks their interest, and they're like, okay, well, it's the majority of the people. Look at like how like voting and stuff goes. Like
Right,
majority of
right.
the people, they want this to happen, they say they need it, and you know, and so having that also like that collective voice between everybody who's on the same page. But in order to get on the same page, like we need to get together, and we
Right.
got to get
So,
together
and
and know what's going on.
I will say the group that, you know, you guys have been doing a lot of, you know, great work in your presence at events or, you know, at City Hall, you know, council meetings and things like that, I think is really what has sparked their offer of what they're offering currently, which is what, 10 licenses or provisional licenses, 5 for
Yeah.
the next couple of years or something like that, or whatever.
It's
whatever they're trying to pacify us with and I don't want to discount the work that you guys have all done with being present, but I feel like that is definitely nothing but something to go, here, pop it in your mouth, you guys be quiet now, and let's see this sustain you, when it's not really fixing the problem. Especially because the equity program, I don't think is doing what it should do as far as educating the people that are qualified and getting these people in. Like, this should be something that is a rolling enrollment, and it should be something that they're engaged with the community. You know, I love being able to do my part, which is what I try to do here by bringing different people in and having conversations about it. UCA, definitely, you guys there's a fire lit, you can definitely tell, and that is definitely helping. But I feel like
I love you, sis.
we shouldn't have to, those, those entities, and myself included, shouldn't have to be reaching out and extending that proverbial olive branch. They should be providing it because it was made to help and to foster, entrepreneurship and to, foster equality between the community.
Yeah.
So
So right now, what's going on though? So it's just like patience, and it's a long road, and so like you
See, I
have
don't have
to
that.
take
So-
that, like say like if you agree that there should be 30 dispensaries, go tell the city council that
Yeah.
you agree that there
Yeah.
should be 30 dispensaries, because that's the only way that you're going to get
Yeah.
something to happen. What's happening right now is that the state is actually funding money into equity programs too. So the
They're
city is
requiring-
going to be able to get a lot of grant money into the equity programs, and then they're going to be able to provide more resources for the people.
And I like that
so
they're
it's
being held
like-
accountable by the state now, though, too. Like they have
Yeah.
to show and prove
Oh,
what those
yeah.
numbers are
If
and where that money's
you-
going, which
I mean,
is
it's going to
definitely a
be
plus in the right direction.
something that everybody is going to be watching, especially since there isn't very many equity cities in California. So, but the beauty of it is that if we get this done right, like we can use this template and we can take this to other cities.
Yes.
So we got to figure out the best way to implement or figure out what's going to work. Because if it's not working, all right, I'm a
So you
solution
gotta
person.
show
Like,
up. You gotta
what
show
what
up
is
and you gotta
it?
get
Like, what is
involved.
that solution, and how can we get it?
And that's definitely what I was
And
giving
how do you
kudos
work-
to.
yeah.
What's happened recently. I don't know if people are knowledgeable about it, but I think strictly because of the appearance that you guys have done, the recent graduates of the core program, the constant appearance is what helped to
Right. You
to
gotta
start
be
that
there. You
process.
gotta be
So
involved.
that's
You
what I was
gotta
saying. I
show
don't
up.
discount
Yeah.
anything that you guys have been
no,
doing.
I totally get it.
But
I'm
also
just, like,
saying in
telling
the same
people,
way.
like, hey, like, let's get out.
Yeah, that's what I'm
there.
saying.
Like,
Yeah, so
let's- yeah.
that's why going to UCA meetings and finding out and being involved, is important.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not a core graduate, if you feel like I can't go because I haven't, go and get educated about how you can become, part of the core program. Brandon, who shout out, Brandon was,
Shout out
one
to
of our guests
Cannabis.
as well.
Cannabis B.
I know, yes, I know he will be more than happy to speak with you. I know that Mindy would be more than happy. There's, people in the Lisi B, you guys, if you follow, we got Lisi B as well.
I have met you before.
This gentleman is
have met
interested,
you
so
before.
being able, like you said, to bridge the, and bridge the voids and be able to build that community from that aspect is super important. So I love what you guys are doing in that aspect. So not only she's not somebody that's already like kind of reached her goal and is like, I'm cool. You still have to be able to have that kind of philanthropic, aspect or being, an advocate. So that's something
well,
that
it's
is,
like I really want to see like everybody come. Like if I can do it, like my thing is like if I can do it, like anybody can do it. But I'm not here to tell you it's gonna be easy, because it's not gonna be easy.
Anybody could do it, but not everybody could do it. That's
You know
what
what
it
you
is.
said that strikes me is so important. You said stewardship. And that's so important that we start taking
I've never heard that word. What does that
stewardship
mean?
Over it's like you being a captain of something or just a good keeper of it. You know what I
okay.
mean? You're a caretaker, a care provider, a keeper, a holder.
Yeah.
A key holder. You have to be good with it. You have to be honorable and integrable.
Yeah.
Right? And people aren't doing enough of that in life in general. So it's important too with cannabis.
and
you
that's
know?
why cannabis, that's what it can do. It can bring people
Exactly.
together to bring down those inhibitions, to be able to get there and to really look at each other. I've said this before, like if we could pump, weed into the air like they do at Disneyland to make it smell good, can you just imagine
trying
how
to
great of a
kill
world
people.
this would be?
I
No,
was
just
trying
like
to
a slight
kill people.
little mist,
yeah.
it would just be, everybody would be
Well, we
happy.
need to work on that stewardship of humanity because, like, the private sector, just to kind of jump out, but I'll be right back.
I'm cool. Thank you. though. I
Donated.
appreciate
Did
it.
you
I
know
ain't
the
never-
private sector for AI research donated $150 billion in these past 4 years? That's to AI, but that's great. But we're poor stewards of just human beings. So, a neural interface sounds great if you know that everyone's going to be cared for and given that opportunity, right? But if you're not
Yeah.
even taking care of just basic, regular human life, why would you, So I love cannabis because it makes us go there. Makes us stay in our human roots, our body, mind, spirit, and,
Yes.
and care for each other.
Y'all are just really helping out with these
That's a good way to
segues
put
today.
it.
I
I'm
like that you
always
said
trying.
that. Because I was just going to say,
Yeah.
that leads into
Exactly.
the health and wellness
Katy.
aspect of
I'm
Miss
just
Katy
always
over
trying
there.
to figure out, I always ask the question in class, like, why do you get high?
Yeah.
And people are like, oh,
Yeah.
and it is a tough question because it's like sometimes it's wordless,
Yeah.
It's that feeling of being in a cloud. But is it quite a cloud? Or is it just a vibration that you're noticing that we don't notice all the time?
Or is it both?
You know what I mean? Or is it both? Oh my God.
I love that. Mind blown, right? I love that. So, Katy, share with us a little bit about your journey into cannabis. What brought you into entrepreneurship at your level and what you do? And I kind of want to, and I'll come back around to asking you, and I think you did kind of hit upon it, but do you truly feel like this is your purpose? And this is, hitting to our quote or, living to that. Is this your dream, that's realized?
I think so, only because it's everything. I'm kind of like the Jill of all trades, but a master of none. I've done so many things, and like all of the things that I have done is weirdly led me to this position.
Yes, yeah.
So you can use them all here.
I can use them all. So I've been doing photography.
Isn't that crazy
all the time.
how that
I've been
maps?
doing,
Yeah.
like art shows,
Yeah.
DIY, BYOB, bring your own drugs. Kind of. Parties,
She's an
but I
awesome
was,
photographer as well.
Putting shit together, but it wasn't legal. Nothing that was legal. But so
did you find yourself doing things that were in the same realm of what you're doing now, which is kind of helping people? Because I can relate to that.
The first thing I did was garden art walks. It was in Davis, and it was like we filled the community gardens on campus with like artists, and I like got it in the paper. I like called the paper and I was like, "Hi, like Katy Carnes here." I just you know what I mean? Like I've just been like fake it till you make it, and it got in the paper, and like 150 people showed up, and it was like, oh, I like getting people together. You know what I mean? Like there was this like, okay, this is a thing. But to make money, I've always done massage because I like touching people. I just had to touch that jacket.
That is very cool. Yeah.
I was like, I know these girls don't mind. They won't say I'm hitting on them.
Yeah,
right.
I was worried that you weren't. You know what I mean? Right. So I've been doing massage for so long, and then maybe like 14 years of massage, and so I do neuromuscular therapy, which is a lot of like
I love that.
And I've taken
Body
all the
work.
courses, and I've done all the
work.
weird things. I've put oil on my head. I've had feet, fish eat from my feet. That was a backwards. Hold on. Too many joints. I've just done all the alternative things, trying to find and trying to cure myself. Anxiety and sadness and humanness.
Yes, yeah.
In general terms. So I've always been like, I'm gonna find the key, and so in all of that finding and learning about the body and just knowing that I can like connect with people in a different way because of art, maybe I don't know. So like everything has got me here to where I teach a class and I use every bit of it.
That's so
awesome.
Cool. That is so awesome because I mapped something out today. I showed someone dermatomes in the body. You probably know what that is, right? And then I showed him this book I have on Qigong, which was showing the cosmic energy bodies. And I said, so why is this one considered science that I learned in school and paid good money? And this one is just kind of pseudoscience. Right. And, do you know about that? And I said, but this one could save your life.
Right.
The other one could too, but this one is like... life energy.
Choose to I feel like I just choose to believe in everything at this point. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because why the fuck not? Because why is this one so true and this one isn't? Like this one just sounds as crazy as the other.
One person believes something, then it's true because it's true in their head. It's like reality to somebody out there.
It brings weight. It brings weight into our cellular level. Like I had a friend, or I was talking to a woman, and she said tattoos were something that like really sunk into your body and into like who you are.
Yeah, I love tattoos. Do you have any?
Oh my gosh, they're just so awesome and therapeutic.
I have like
and
harmony and all when I was like 17 and stupid. And
okay, my first one was a heart and a T next to my belly button. Like my mom's on watching right now. Mom went with me.
Mine's on my ankle. I got a moon on one side, the sun on the other.
Yeah, and like I've learned now, like, oh my gosh, they mean so much more. Like, everyone that I get, that means something. It's a piece of art to me. Yeah, well, when you're 17, 18, and everybody's starting to wear crop tops, and like it's the thing to get tattoos, then
yeah, I'm crazy. I got my whole chest blasted when I was 18 years old.
You're
badass.
like on your
But that's sexy these days. That's considered like a hot commodity. Clavicle.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
I've
That's
always
pretty badass.
wanted
How
to
many?
get
You have any?
That, by the way. way.
It's just like, I don't know, it was like a necklace, you know? And I was like,
I wonder how many
it's like,
tattoos we have
oh,
collectively in here. No, yeah.
I'm like,
Not really.
So do you
I've
like
always
more
been a fan.
script or do you like more like just whatever reads to you? Is it more like pieces of art?
I have
Is
like
it-
this lovely mermaid woman thing
Oh.
on my thigh that my friend did, and she also did this one.
I was looking at that.
And then I have this one, and then my back is done. And then there's one on my foot, and then there's this one, and I
What's
think
that?
I think
That's
that's
some
it.
future
Yeah, and I'm
one.
like scanning my body and my head. Yes, that is a
truly.
tree.
What's some future tattoos we getting?
Oh, I know. I picked some yesterday. Sacred geometry. I'm getting some sacred geometry. Some like the Kabbalah, the Tree of Life through the Kabbalah. Just
Oh,
I want
Tree
to
of
make
Life,
them
definitely.
smaller.
Yeah.
I'm really into like pi and fractals
Yeah.
and just where
I'm gonna get my logo, by
man.
the way.
Nice.
definitely gonna get
That's
my
actually,
logo
I definitely
tattooed.
want my
Without the
yoga.
words around it, but
My
just like
yoga.
the little
My logo. My
I
And
love
the
that.
hands and
My
the
yoga.
eyes. I'm obsessed with hands and eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love hands because I love.
You like to
know.
touch? That makes sense.
Exactly.
I want the chakras,
Ooh.
but I have Dory on my, just kind of reminds me that she just keeps swimming. So I want,
That's
I
all
want to
I'm finna
finish
get
the
a killer
piece.
whale on top of my knee.
Well, my spirit animal is really the sea turtle.
Mine is
I have a koi
mine
and
is
a sea
killer
So I
whale.
want a sea turtle. I want some coral around.
I have a crabby sea turtle. Not to be mean to my tats, but I do. I have a sea
crabby?
turtle and a koi with the dead eye. I don't know. It needs work, but
I
you know.
did forget that I have another tattoo.
right.
I have a lot. I mean, they all mean something special. Even the very first one. Even when I was, going to be when I was singing and my name was Divalicious.
That's cute.
Oh my god, I love it.
It was that or Pimptress.
Pimptress. I'm a
Right?
actress.
Like, oh my God.
I'm
like,
a actress.
I was working at a call center and I had everybody voting on it.
You're a
Like,
mattress?
Mac.
At everybody's voting on it.
M-A-C-T-R.
Lay your ass down.
What was I thinking? I don't know.
She a mattress.
I don't know.
Lay down.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So but
love
we everything tells a story and really is about a certain chapter, kind of in your life and what you're going through.
I just want you to
But-
know everything makes sense. So what
Yeah.
we're doing right now makes sense. Everything just makes sense. It ties into shit that's just gonna get better in our lives, bro. I'm telling you. Like
yeah.
you said earlier, with how you went through all them jobs and all them trials and tribulations to get where you at now, and then you using all the aspects
You gotta
that
go
you
through
was
the
supposed
darkness
to.
to get to
Yeah.
the light.
But what
or
you
whatever.
what you doing
Yeah.
when you doing what you're supposed to be doing, shit fall in place. You
Right.
feel me? So
Right.
yeah.
You just have to keep trying because I
Yeah.
think people give up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
They just give up. They say, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
you
nah,
know,
fuck all that.
resign themselves to that.
Yeah, I don't even use the word
depressed
broke no more. I don't know what
place.
that means.
Yeah, for me it was this desire to learn. Like I just
Yes.
love learning,
like,
and
you
so
gotta
you
figure
like,
it out,
yeah.
That
Yeah.
didn't come until
Mid-
later in my life. I feel like.
And what's awesome is when
It don't
you
matter. You still learned it though.
Yeah.
yes, but when you're
Ain't never too
accountable
late.
for what the lesson that you're taking away from what you're learning, when you're actually accountable for it and you relate to it and you admit that yes, that was something that I needed to learn or something that I needed to fix, like that
Yeah.
feeling is pretty amazing.
And even to say I messed up, but I learned from messing up.
Yeah.
You know, and to be gentle to yourself. Don't beat yourself up and get stuck in that moment. And so, like, when I get high, it helps me get past that moment. Like, for real.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It
Yeah.
makes me go, okay, I did that. What am I going to learn from it? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was
It's
talking
the-
about that. You go ahead. Mindy.
Yeah.
the compassion plant.
Yes.
And it's like you give yourself
Yes.
compassion.
Yes.
It's just being
should
okay
try
and
some of
accepting
yours.
the failures,
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
I thought
So,
this was
Failure is a
CBD.
lesson.
Katie, won't you share what's s.yoga, our stoned yoga?
What's up? How am I
S.yoga.
gonna get a
So I
calendar?
named it s.yoga
S.yoga.
because
S.yoga.
I didn't want to
like that.
online, be like, because there was ganja yoga and
Yes.
bend and bling,
Yes,
and,
yeah.
I wanted to keep it low key. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a low key thing because I don't know.
I like that.
I
So
was stoned.
I'm glad. I love that because I was saying I've been
stoned
saying
as
it
hell.
wrong,
Yeah,
by
yeah,
the way.
yeah.
So I like that it's
S.yoga.
yoga. I've been saying that or stone. I've been coming out and saying that.
That's
So
all right.
my bad.
So the S-
I've been helping her at all. No.
The S stands for a lot of things. So it's slowly stretched and strengthened stoned. But then it's also silly and shavasana and stupid and
Yeah.
scalings and on SEM and smile and so
Aw.
it
I love
really
all that.
It encompasses everything. So I don't necessarily take it as a spiritual thing. It's more of a medical thing because my neuromuscular therapy stuff comes in.
Yeah.
And so I'm talking about why you're turning on this area and what's relaxing and what's in that holding pattern and what's that meridian and then so it's a little bit
I can say from personal experience, I took her class and she kind of came over and she's like, so here, try this. And she's noticing that I'm favoring one side. I've said multiple sclerosis lives with me. So I didn't even realize that I was favoring a certain side or that I was holding a lot of tension. And that's why when I said earlier, like she had me bawling, because I felt like it was just, she could tell just from just my demeanor, and
gotta
for me,
let
I'm,
go. Yeah.
I need that
for
in
me,
my
I was
life.
doing the most. I
gotta
was doing
come
good and I
crack.
was feeling
I've
good.
never
Yeah.
had a massage or anything like that.
Oh
bro.
my
I'm
God.
happy as
Listen,
fuck.
there's
Use massage, there's
massage.
yoga. You should totally benefit.
There's
yeah,
massages
from both.
like, you go to a spa and they kind of rub your
I
neck.
never did
But
that.
then there's someone who's going to do body work for you.
I ain't
Yes,
never
and
done
she
that.
Really
does
show
body work.
you
Yeah.
how to heal your own body with work, right?
Yeah,
and your massage
absolutely.
and alignment.
And
so
breath.
I think it's different. And breath.
Yeah.
Body work is different than just straight up massage, feel
Yeah, I
good,
know,
get a
yeah.
neck rub,
Yeah.
Right.
Well, she just
absolutely.
spoke at our Create and Elevate event and was
was so
showing
stoked.
techniques. But it was so good. She was talking so much shit. She was like, "You're not fucking doing it right." It was so awesome. But I was massaging the hubby, and he's like, "You're so rough," and I'm like, "I'm doing it exactly like she's doing it." He's all, "No, you're not."
So I should have brought the baking soda little like example.
Got
Because
baking
if you put
soda- I'm
baking
sorry.
soda in water and you press on it, it like pushes back. It's like, no, I'm right here, I'm locked in, And then if you like kind of just put your finger on top of it and then let it like wait, it'll sink in around you. So that's the same kind of. And again, I think I was way too stoned to. I was like with the baking soda and the pressing.
Everybody's like, "What did this class turn into? What are we creating exactly?"
Now touch each other. Go.
What are we creating? Yeah. No, it was really good. We had a good time. That let you guys know. Create and Elevate. You got to come out because
And
really
she's
fun.
hella funny, so you gotta go
Yeah,
to
dude,
s.yoga.
Wait.
She's gonna be
Awkward.
silly.
funniest thing that night is she won the raffle from our bedroom candy person, and her response was the absolute best. Like, you would have thought she got called down on freaking Price is Right. She was like, "Wow!" It was the best. I couldn't get my phone out fast enough. I was like, that is the best response
When
ever.
I was last at your studio, there was comics at the studio.
Oh, yeah.
And they were pretty good.
Yeah,
They
so
were
we
pretty
try to
funny.
do like other like events because again we're trying to fight for stoners being able to have events. There's a lot to say about stoners making stoner events. I've been trying to fight that, because
Right.
we think that people are going to get together, hang out, and conversate. But stoners are different. We're like very introspective, and we want to like know that someone's like
Yeah,
in
like,
our
what's your
same.
sign? Like, that
and
should be
we want to
real.
know like our same energy is, so we can match each other. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
And,
Like, how you vibing, bro? Like,
yeah,
what?
so like that's what I've been noticing is like
do
when
you
we
know the vibes?
we
Like-
we'll do like clothing swaps and that it gives them an action.
fit nobody.
You know what I mean? There's not time to like sit and then maybe if you go with your like habitual habits, then you fall maybe into like a
Did you hear what he
negative
said?
mindset. No.
He said, "I can't fit anybody into their clothes."
Well, you could be matched with someone for a
My
clothing
fat
swap,
ass.
right?
That's why I'm laughing. I'm not
We're
laughing
trying
at
to
you.
do
You
it
just
bigger
said
next
that.
time so that there's like men in, but it's usually just
Wait,
women.
where are your classes at? That's the real
Hot
question.
Pot Studios.
Where that's at?
On 1614 K Street, so it's in between.
Oh shit!
16
So it's by
Yeah, prime location, prime location.
Yeah,
You know what that's
there's
by?
just parking.
Yeah, that's
Right across from
downtown.
what used to be
No,
Sac
no,
Ballet.
no, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sad.
I'm thinking
I
of
know.
so
Well,
my
they just moved over
my homie
into
work
the
at
I know,
Taco
but they
Bell downtown.
knocked
That's
down
not.
Oh, the new
K
Taco
Street.
Bell?
Hall
The new
thing.
one?
That shit wild. I had a slushie from there yesterday with a little alcohol. That shit was lit.
I was so
I
mad.
keep forgetting about that new Taco Bell. That Taco Bell
It's
was
on K. It was on K
Cantina?
Street too. Not, yeah,
That's why you
Taco
said
Bell.
Around the
Oh,
corner
the Taco
from
Bell
Bento Box.
Cantina, yeah.
They serve
not gonna
alcohol
go
in that
there.
bitch.
No way.
Yes. So is it
Fast
just like
food
a
and alcohol.
taqueria or
She
is it like a
just
regular
said
Taco
No, it's a
Bell?
regular
They
Taco
knocked
Bell.
down
They
the-
just serve alcohol.
They knocked down the
That graffiti, like parking
garage
lot.
that
Yeah.
was
Why?
right by our place. That
Wow,
was so
really?
nice.
Yeah, there was some sort of chemical situation within the
Ah.
ballet, and so they had to knock it all
Ah.
down and blah blah blah.
And then when they do that, they do it fast.
Yeah,
That's
and it was
crazy.
like there's a huge hole in the ground now.
But maybe something better will go there, and for you,
Yeah,
as
maybe.
a neighbor, you never
Well,
know.
I'm trying to. So I do the classes at Hot Pot 3 times a week.
Hot pot.
Hot Pot. Sometimes it's Hot Box, and then I'm doing one tonight actually at Classy Hippie Tea.
I just
Hey,
saw
see,
my
that's what I'm
text.
saying.
Bree,
I know
I
you
just
be
saw your
doing that.
text. I just saw
Right.
Bree's text about it.
I'm like, I got to go pretty
Yeah,
soon.
she has to go pretty soon. She has to go pretty
Hey,
soon.
I'm gonna
So
go with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
she said, "Oh yeah."
I got gas.
So
for
there's
you.
one on Friday. There's 2 on Sunday, and then one next Friday, and then always on Sunday. But we're having a party very soon. We're trying to find more areas. So I do the one at Classy Hippie, and then we just started one at the Exhale Smoke Shop.
Nice. That's good. Yes.
Yeah.
With Bree, with Monthleaf as well. And
That
You
one
can't
was so
smoke in
exciting.
there, though.
Familiar Gallery.
No, you cannot.
But you can at Classy Hippie.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell
Shout
yeah.
out to the homies at
That's my
Familiar
nigga.
Gallery.
I love all of them.
I
That'll be a good
love
location.
That place so much. Like the vibe
They
is
took- they
rad.
smoke
The
tea
events are
cigarettes.
awesome. Like he's bringing the community together in like such an awesome rad way.
I love
All about art. Like just feeling about your body.
Yeah.
I got like
It's
6
connected
people
with
who finna come
yoga,
to
and I'm
classes.
just like, you're killing
Well,
it.
you know
good.
what? I live in Oak Park, so I love that, just that whole community going on. Shout out to the guild. Drew
Right.
Burke is down there doing his
Yeah.
thing with comedy all the time.
Right.
Then around the corner, you got the Colonial. Keita.
I was just over there. I was there last
Was
night.
he?
Keita did a performance like 2 weekends ago
Shut up.
at the Colonial, like a showcase. It was a showcase. So shout out to Keita.
I was there last
Gray.
night for Lyrics Open. I just performed. That's why my voice was
Nice. So I love the whole little
that
area of
that whole
entertainment.
area is-
Like it's got a lot to offer for people, especially our community,
right.
our Blaze
yeah.
community.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, so the Colony. I know
Yeah, I was
you've
there
been
last
there.
night.
Yeah. I want to go to the trap karaoke. Right.
Yeah. Shout out Hippie Life ENT. Dude.
Yeah.
That's
Trap
my homie dudes.
karaoke?
It's,
No, that's-
Yeah.
it was a karaoke event, and then we, it was lit. It
That's
was
what you call
fun.
trap
Trap
music,
music,
right?
Yeah, no, it was
I'm like, is
hippie
it much
karaoke.
faster?
Hippie karaoke. My
Hippie
bad. My bad.
karaoke. Shout out
My
to
bad.
Hippie Life.
Not trap. Hippie. Yeah. Hippie. My bad.
Shout out
Hippie
to
life.
homie dudes,
wanna
big
do
alive.
Because we follow each other, so I'm my bad. Don't please forgive me. But I want to come through so I
What
can
the
really,
dudes? Nah, yeah,
love that.
Can I sing Garth Brooks?
Huh? Yeah, you go out there and pick the song.
I'm kidding.
You literally go up there and pick the
That's
song.
my
I did
go-to.
Fuck the
That's my go-to.
Police.
You
I
did.
Boss
I saw
Ass
that.
Bitch. I was doing whatever. It don't
I saw
matter.
you guys were Return of the Mac. I saw.
Too Short. They was doing Too Short up there. Yeah, this girl was doing it with her mama. It was lit.
All this
Nice.
great stuff to feel good. And
Nice.
positive, heal
That's
your
so awesome. That's the
body
one
and
awesome thing that
get
I
your
would love about the growth of
entrepreneurial shit.
Sacramento. I hate the traffic, but I do love
Ain't
the
that bad.
growth that we're having. Oh, please, boy, it is horrible. It is not cool. But I love the growth in the art community. I love the growth in the music scene. I love the cannabis community. We're burgeoning, which is needed. We
Shout out
need
to stretching.
Yeah, we need to connect with the community, the collaboration, help each other get up. There's enough out there, guys.
Right.
There's plenty of weed and there's plenty of people who need it, so we just need
dig.
to be able to kind of build upon that. So what do you see just really quickly, because I know you have to go soon and I want to definitely get to,
I wanna
what it
attend
is
one
that
of
you
your
guys have
events.
going on.
Me too.
And so what's new, or what do you have anything that's coming up in the next couple of weeks or month, or any new flower coming out?
Yeah.
What you got going on, lady?
Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna do a collab actually with Moonmaid Farms.
Okay.
So she is a grower up in Humboldt, and she grows a lot of high CBD strains, high CBD ratios. But she puts so much love and
Nice.
care and healing into her plants.
Is it sun
So we
grown,
want to
organic?
have it is sun grown. So we want to have like a
Nice.
full spectrum. So with our packaging, like we have all compostable packaging, and then we work with like outdoor depth to do sustainable and try to be as sustainable and like as good for the planet as we can.
I'm like, be careful.
So
And the plants get some moon energy because they're
yeah,
outdoors.
exactly.
Yes.
So it's the
Nice.
full
Yes.
spectrum of light from the moon and from the sun.
Oh, can I just share this
Yeah.
really quick? I love this,
Yes.
you guys. So on their packaging, it says Khemia and reviving. That's right, correct? That's it. Okay. Reviving cannabis artistry, preserving cannabis history. This is a Kim Dog, a high THC flower for euphoria. What? And I love this quote. Do all of them have different quotes?
Yeah,
on
they
them?
do.
Oh my
I
gosh.
put different quotes on all of them.
This
yeah.
is dope. So this quote is by Ella Fitzgerald. It isn't where you came from, it's where you're going that counts. Fire. I love this. Like the Energy Hill. This is a women-owned business, which I already knew, and I'm lucky enough to know all of the women. I feel lucky enough. But this is fantastic, you guys. This is really awesome,
Yeah.
and I am
I'm
gonna
really taking
take
it.
all of it. No.
So we're coming
taking
up
that
with pre-rolls, and then we're bringing in some of our first formulators. We're going to come out with some some topicals.
Okay.
Just upgraded our license to infusions, so we're gonna be able to start
Nice.
doing more and like build upon our company and see where it goes from there. But I think I'm also speaking at the Urban Exchange.
Okay. Perfect. Another
early
great,
March.
another great kind
They're
of
gonna
community
do-
organization. You guys should definitely check them out. They have monthly events.
And the next one is about investors and
Okay.
investment. And so I just went through like the ArcView whole situation and group
Oh, wow.
and connected with that community. So bringing like the investors, that's kind of one thing that has been probably like the hardest
I was
out
gonna
of
say-
this whole kind of business venture. And we just like have to learn. You have to have like a good budget, you have to have a good pitch deck, and you have to go out there. And so anybody can do it, but it's like it's going to take work to learn how to do those steps.
How long have you guys been working on the business and getting it to where it is? Because like you said,
years.
business plan, marketing
Years. Yeah,
strategy,
yeah.
the research,
We've been
demographics,
working
all that.
on our business for years.
Okay.
And kind of bringing it all together and seeing, when things need to happen versus, rushing into something too before it's not ready. So it is a process, but it is coming to life. It's manifesting. It's here, and I'm bringing all these like people together, and it's so amazing to be able to facilitate that.
Well, I love that because you're just such a wealth of knowledge. I know we've been like, we will text each other and be like, okay, let's have lunch this weekend or let's do something. And we're so busy and it falls apart, but definitely wanted to sit down with you because, I never thought that I would get into product development, but it's coming around as kind of naturally being part of my brand. This is actually some of what we did at Create and Elevate here that are infused products that I definitely want to take into another, market. I think I want to take into this. This isn't spicy. This is a doesn't look like chili pepper. This is a body scrub. This is a cotton candy body scrub. And so this is the the sweeter flavor there. And then a lip balm that we made, and then a massage oil and intimacy lube that we made as well. It has a little bit of vanilla that settled on the bottom
I haven't
here.
tried mine yet.
Yeah, so I need to whip it up here. But yeah, everything.
smells like something
And I
from
have to give
Origins.
all kudos. I have to give all kudos to the hubby, because I was too busy hosting to actually make it. And he came in and he whipped all of them up like a G and quick. So this is actually, I want to show our lip balm here. It's a honey lip balm. You smell that? You want to see our work? I'm so proud of him.
I do.
So proud of him. If I could put it on the refrigerator, I would. No, I'm kidding. So, definitely, just having somebody that has gone through it, the process, the ups and the downs. But like I said, it's such an inspiration to me, and somebody that I don't know if I ever told you, how much I give, kind of kudos to you bringing me in and allowing me to kind of tone everything down, because anybody that knows me, I want to do everything, and I want to do it then, and I want to do it now, and I want, so I had 9,000 things that I wanted to do.
I met you.
Yes, that's how I. Yes.
Events are so crazy because it's like they're so good, but they're so hard to throw. So like kudos to like event people that make it happen and bring people together, because like I met my business partner through a networking event. Like I met different
you
people.
at Volcano.
Yeah,
That's why I saw you at.
yeah. So like all those places
That's
where
good
we
too.
come together in the same place, it's like that's where the magic happens. Like you create a container for people to like.
I tell people
meet.
it's not what you know, it's who you know, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yes.
I tell
And
That's
building those
exactly
relationships.
as the CEO. Like that is the one most important
what
thing
you
is
know,
your
it's who you
team.
know.
It's your team. It's not and like who you know on the outside, but who you also bring into your business. Like
Yeah.
you can do anything if you don't know how to do it. Okay,
Somebody
else
knows how to
can
do it.
Yes,
You
yeah,
know how to do
yeah,
it. Let's
yeah.
bring you in. And it's just about having all the pieces to the puzzle so that they all come together. And
They
it's
fall
like,
in place
oh,
when you're
okay.
doing it right.
And then they start like turning
Yes.
and going by itself.
And I know that's a void that I saw that was needed in our community for, within Sacramento, but for people of color, and which is why I have I have the colors of cannabis as well. I haven't done an event in a minute, but it's not gone. It's not going
Don't
away.
worry, I'm in there.
But networking events, hosting job fairs is something
Yeah,
that I
and that's
definitely
what
want to get
saw,
into
like,
and building
in-
that.
Yeah, and you were hosting like all the networking events for like
That's how I met
Arkansas.
too.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh, she's
yeah.
like, she's going out
That's
there.
all you gotta do is pop
I
out.
love
Yeah.
doing those things, but because I
Oh,
don't
turn your
really
mic
necessarily
Turn
feel.
your mic, Katie. By the way,
There you go. Boom.
Oh,
red light.
Yeah, red light too. You're good. There we go.
God, you hear me.
That remind me of Shakira.
I love going to those events because it's it's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of people, but I don't necessarily feel like I am in the industry. So then
You're
I'm
definitely
like,
in the industry.
I guess so, but then
Yeah.
I don't know.
Give
I just
yourself
feel
more
like
credit.
everyone's like more legit. I'm like, I just get people stoned and tell them to bend over.
No,
You know
hey,
what I mean?
and
Nah, see, you
I get
don't,
people
though.
lit and we conversate and we, talk about important issues and we talk about shit that's not important.
Right.
But it's just having those
I
conversations.
met
So
you before,
everybody
too.
has their part. This
Yeah.
industry is so much more than just the business aspect of
Yeah.
it. It is, it's
All
growing.
parts
There's
are
many.
needed.
Yeah, it's a tree. It's a tree
It's
of
true.
life,
It's true.
and there's many, branches and many leaves on there.
But
and
everyone
so,
who comes here is always real humble about like who
They are.
they are, and I
Yeah.
always have to
That's
tell
good.
them like it's okay. We
Right.
know who you are.
like, you're fired.
Well, I mean, I
Say
wanna,
it,
we know
right?
you, Katie.
When
and
you were
others
speaking
should
early
too.
about like get up and do the work, I'm like, well, what do I do? Like, where should I be? And I want to like fight for like consumption laws because
Yeah.
it's really hard for me to find a place who's like
Yeah.
down and accepting of what we're doing. And I'm like, no. People are like really transforming their lives and their mindsets. Like, please don't consider us like as these
Yeah.
messy.
And so
lazy-
it's either they want to
Burnout.
consider you
Burn-
that
yeah.
or they want to charge you an arm and a leg because they know that they can.
Yeah, and
because
I'm like,
you're
I'm
looking
not-
for some place.
Honestly, like in the beginning when I started s.yoga, it was $10. Like I realized I was really undercutting the market. Now it's 15,
Yeah.
but like I do want to keep it cheap because I want people to go to yoga. You
Yes.
know, if it's
Yes.
if
You
money's
want
an
the
issue,
wellness
they're not
aspect.
gonna go
Yeah.
to yoga.
Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe $15 for like maybe alternative little experience. I'm gonna pay $15.
It all depends
Yeah.
how you
You know.
look at it, though.
Yeah.
To be real, like,
And what they're looking to get out of it, though.
And then
Yeah.
choose which ones they come to you.
Sure.
for.
There's
Like, it all
I have
depends, like,
packages
yeah.
on my website.
if you
and
start,
whatnot.
you start getting your shit popping to where your shit fill up to like 500 people, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can start charging double to
I
mean,
mean,
like the
yeah,
Joel
I think-
Osteen
I
of
think
yoga.
retreats
Be
That's
are
real,
yoga.
in-
like, you could do that.
Yeah.
Do a whole thing in the memorial.
Right. Well, I want to do this, so like I have to do retreats. Like I got to be putting my meditations
Yes.
online
Yeah,
because
yeah,
people
yeah.
are like, how do I get that? I'm like,
Do you partner with
yes.
people?
Yeah, no,
I guess I got to put it on YouTube.
Isn't it
Like,
crazy
No,
what you have to start
yeah,
doing?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Meditations,
I
though, but
love
post those
making my
because,
meditations.
But so the one of the owners of Q Bros, he was talking to me about it. He make his own crumble. He got some money and he invested into his business. That's why his crumble is really good. But he could have went out farther and start distributing and all stuff like that. But he said like companies like that, when you start getting your license and start doing stuff like that, it started defeating the purpose of what you really did it for. Defeat the so you'd have a class, but you wouldn't be there. You'd probably have a class and another class, and then you wouldn't know how they teaching it. So people probably throw dirt on your class and stuff like that. So a lot of people don't want to expand that big because
how
they
you
want to keep it.
scale.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
need to scale
Yeah.
in order to stay
Yeah.
close too, because
Yeah.
there's making money and getting so big
Yeah.
and fat you can barely stand,
Yeah.
and then there's
But
being
then there's
trained,
like
you know.
my
But you wanna-
students come to class and they're like, hey, that thing that we did last time.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, how's your
Yeah.
calf? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like having that.
Yeah, so you want the
Using it as a
personal relationship.
medical-
Yeah, so what you doing is
know?
right.
Well,
yeah.
that's
I
crazy
think
when you start providing a service. What you wanted to do, it's all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, I have to start doing this, and I have to start doing this, and I have to start doing this. So I can relate because doing the podcast, it's something that I wanted to do because I love to talk, and I wanted to get the message out there, and I wanted to have a platform. But what it's turning into is so much more,
Yeah,
So
you obviously doing something right. I'm on your
thank
show.
you. Thank you. True. Facts. No, I'm smart. No, but I can relate to that because now, like you said, you have, clients that are coming to you and going, well, I want to be able to use that meditation. I want to be able to hear the
I'm
same
telling
things that you said to get me in that same mindset.
I-
So now you have to skirt this way, but that was always your path and purpose. You just didn't realize it,
I feel
so.
like it's the experience, like
It
building
truly is,
on
yeah.
the experience. So that's even like your way to scale. It's like, okay, yeah, like the retreat is a
Right. It's a
really good idea
massive,
because you're
right.
like, okay, like we're really gonna pick you up, put you somewhere
Yeah.
else, and then
Shake you up a little
yeah,
bit.
shake you up a little
I
bit.
instead
I
of
see you as like an activator, like teacher too, to help.
and I've
I
fallen
think-
into it.
Yeah, and
I'm
I think
scared
that's what
sometimes.
Nah, don't be
And you
scared.
should be. That's
Don't be
good to be
scared.
scared.
Nah,
is
don't be
that
scared.
It's not it's not like you're doing it, but you're facilitating other people figuring out how to do it
Yeah.
for
Right.
themselves.
Right. Giving
And
you
it's
the
good that
time.
you're nervous because it means you care. You're not
Right.
nonchalant and all like,
Right.
yeah, I got
But
these
don't be
schools
scared.
bending and smoking. You know?
Yeah.
Well,
You
I
could
mean,
be nervous.
I mean, the only reason that I fell into doing meditations was because I was scared to do it live. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna record it. I'm not gonna fuck up anyone's like vibe. And like, what if they got to
Hell
a
no,
point
that's
and then
not
I'm
real.
like, da-da-da-da, and they're like, oh, I'm back into the reality.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
So I wanted
yeah.
to make sure I recorded it. But like, so my
See, that
recordings-
vulnerability that you have comes across, and that's what I think is so attractive to people and makes them feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Because yoga isn't,
Right.
you have to kind of get comfortable with your body and the
I
fact
think-
that you're gonna have your rolls hanging out maybe.
It's not an
and you're
aerobics
gonna bend
class,
over.
though.
Yeah,
you know.
well,
You
but-
feel me? It's not an aerobics
No,
class. You
but
ain't
it
gotta
is-
keep up. Like,
It is highlighting your own body.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
You-
beautiful, but
yeah.
it's not like the
can,
lady
yeah.
lit in front. You feel me? Jump. You ain't gotta keep up. Your
Right,
ass tired.
right,
You ain't
right,
gotta.
right.
Because that's
But
when
you
people
might
start
not
feeling
be
sad.
able to hold the pose
No.
while
Yeah,
everyone else
absolutely.
can.
I
And now
mean-
you're looking around and everyone's in it, and you have to be okay with yourself. To
Yeah.
say,
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
just-
saying.
Ain't
I
nobody
tried.
gonna look
I
at you
think
like you
all
crazy.
yoga
though.
is.
But that's
to
how
have
people feel.
non-judgment.
Yeah, I feel that.
I've been there.
But you
I've
know,
done-
there's
yeah.
some judgy yoga out there, like people wearing
Oh,
them,
gosh.
them what are them pants everyone
Lululemons
buys?
and all that,
Lululemon.
right?
And it's like, oh my god,
Right.
I'm not dressed right for this
Right.
crowd.
Because I wanted
I'm
some
too
shorts,
fat,
a tank
you
top,
know,
I'm pretty
right?
sure. So, well, that, it's so much power in what you're saying. And we can definitely, we kind of started with what I talked about, seeing your dream, realized. And I think both of you ladies definitely hit on that. And we're kind of going off into like a whole nother topic. So I'm sitting here like, oh, I need to have them back because then we can talk about that.
Okay,
Because
okay.
especially, with you, both of you being entrepreneurs at different levels, you're kind of where I can relate to with is that expansion and like, all right, now I have
Yeah,
to start
it's
scaling and
time.
realizing, yes, like
Do you
the
provide
service and the
cannabis?
need is there. So
It's BYOG.
Okay.
yes. And then you definitely
gonna
have the
come to your
experience of
class on
going through the
GLD.
licensing and, now you guys are scaling with getting, employees and all that. So you're in a different aspect as well. So a lot of wealth of information with these ladies.
Yeah. What do you got for me?
Yes. So we're gonna be really quick here because as always I get to the bottom and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, we've talked this time. So what I really want to do is real quick. I want to give out my crowning moments and my shout outs.
Shout out to everybody.
These are the brands and the businesses. First and foremost, Sky Cloud Social, which is a new CBD store and member only lounge on K Street.
Yay.
Shout out to them. We also have One Love, our One Love shout out. And this, I wish I could have like E40 go One Love. real quick.
Yay.
But the 1130 Club, happy
Yay.
birthday to Miss Nikki from
There
this
you
past
go.
weekend, and we had a great time attending that.
Vote her. For the tattoo
Who you
thing.
want to say it, babe?
Chapo.
There we go. That's Chapo. We're El Padrino. We got SAC Meds 916. If you guys don't know, please follow them. SAC _Meds _916. Loud House, who we're going to be guests in a couple of weeks.
Yay.
SAC Super Sesh, the farmers market.
Shout out that.
Q Bros.
Yay.
Like we love the crumble. We love the
Yay.
crumble.
Crumble, baby.
Like Martin, I love the kids. We love the
Yeah.
crumble.
Daddy love the
Daily
kids.
Dose Extracts. Khemia coming through with the fire here.
Daily Dose. I
Right,
fuck
those
with
fire. We got s.yoga. I'm saying it right now because I've been fucking it up. I've been for months fucking it up. Okay. So a couple of upcoming episodes, and then I want to jump into really quickly, kind of posing this question to you all. I don't know if I want to do the salacious one or if I want to do the serious one. I think we've
let
done.
me give a shout out real quick.
Yes.
Shout out to Era Threads, Kia, Devin.
Okay. Shout out.
Dev Anglin got that. This is SAC 916 jackets dropping. That shit is litty.
Those are fire.
You
Those
know,
are fire.
they're getting a little studio going on. Kia May's teaching a workshop.
Yep. Oh, and she's fire. If you guys are
Teaching
fire,
you how
yeah.
to get your Insta on.
Yes,
how
take
to get
photos,
Your,
yeah.
your profiles up for your own businesses and just your own self promotion. And it's a form of self love. It's a form of self care for real.
Yeah.
So get out there, airthreads.com.
All pretty
Check
dope
it out.
there.
We're still shouting people out. I
We
say
can.
stuff. Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Shout out to me. Shout out to Tiff. Shout out to
To who?
Katy. Shout
Mary
out to
Jane
Mary, the maid, Mary Jane.
MJ.
Shout out to Mindy. You feel me? Shout out to my cotton candy lady over here.
Vita,
You
giving
feel
you
me?
live.
Big V, you feel me? Shout out to Wild Jones Podcast Network.
Shout out,
to
Mr.
Steph, 'cause I love
Jones.
you. Shout out to Pringles. Shout out to Calypso. The
Shout
CBD
out to
juice got me
Pringles.
Oh, shout out
going.
our homies here with our popcorn.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
shout out to Dope Cali Corn.
Yes.
Shout out to On Beach
Dope
Street. Shout out
Corn.
Fronto Leaf.
Can I have
You know what I'm saying?
These are yummy.
Who I was gonna say? Shout out to my homie Yums Awkward. He just went back to North Carolina. He needs to come back soon. That's my dog. He landed. Shout out to everybody who's scared to get on the plane. Don't be scared to get on the plane. It's gonna be okay.
Please travel the world,
Yes,
except don't
don't
go
be
to
scared to
China
get
and
on
bring
the
back the
plane.
corona.
Shout out to everybody who went to the link that I sent them to. Yeah, I'm shouting you out. You watching it? I see you.
Yes,
You feel me?
thanks for the new subscribers. Thank you to the new subscribers.
We need about 13 more to get to that 100.
Hey,
You feel me?
and as soon as we get there, you guys, also we're gonna be, coming on with some merch and showing you guys our merch that the hubby has worked tirelessly on, and it's fire. So if you guys want a little peek at that, teespring.com/stores/Menage with the Mary Jane Maven pod, and we can give you that information. You know, all of our IGs at Menage with the Mary Jane Maven, at the Mary Jane Maven, our Twitter at Menage with the MJ Maven, and at Mary Jane Maven. I'm all over the place. Of course, you are watching here, so you know our YouTube. Yes. Let's go ahead and give you guys the opportunity to shout out your Instas as well. And then we'll give you guys a little shout out, and then we're going to roll into this question really quickly. So
Shout
go
out
right
Khemia,
ahead.
So Khemia MFG, and then my personal one is Terra Empress, TerraEmpress.
I'm really gonna name my child that. I love that name.
That would be so
That's an
cool.
honor.
That would,
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
that's
bro,
an
like,
honor.
you
So
think that
honored
shit
if
is
you
a
didn't name your
joke,
kid.
bro?
It's fire. It is fire.
Like have the picture of the baby on the wall in the company.
Powerful. That's when you know,
Hey, my
like, your
child
kid
would
would
be
be really
beautiful.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes. Yes.
Whenever
And
I
yes,
have
you,
one.
ma'am. We go ahead and drop your
my Instagram.
IGs.
It's
Yes.
Please.
s.yoga
Yes,
class,
S-
and now I understand why you would get everyone says it wrong. I again was stoned when I came up.
It's okay.
with
I like it, especially when you explain, you break it down, but
I
it's
was like,
fine.
it's
Now
such
I know.
a good idea. S.yoga.
So good.
Yes.
Yes. It's okay. It's
How
okay.
is yoga if it's an S dot?
It's just because that was just like what you could do with
'Cause that's what she
Instagram,
said?
because someone already had S yoga something.
Look, I can
other,
relate, which
you
is
know?
why people ask me why I spell the Mary Jane the way that I do, and I'm
Right,
like,
I was
because
like,
that
it's
was
just
like the
'cause-
first name that everybody started using. So,
Right.
and now there's somebody out there that has an app that's using my spelling of my name. I see you. Follow me on Instagram and everything.
I'm coming
but
for you.
You get those trademarks.
we just got a new subscriber.
I do want to if you
Thank you to the new
If you're
subscriber.
coming to class lately, you get a nice s.yoga chart. Oh yeah, I'm like,
I know y'all had his tacos before.
I don't know which camera I
New
do.
kitchen. Yeah, shout out my
Yeah.
dog. Shout out New Kitchen.
This
Thank
is
you to New
the,
Kitchen.
This is the calendar that
I need it.
Oh
you
yes,
need it, right? That's why I brought it for
it's
you.
back
Don't worry.
here as well.
We took pictures of our community, and if you look really close, everyone is smoking a little something, and it was the most.
Is
fun
that
to
Lady
do.
Ken on there?
So we
Yeah,
took-
it is.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
it
That's what I
is.
liked.
Yeah.
Miss you, girl. I know she doesn't live in the
Yes.
state anymore.
Yeah, right.
She's
I want to
awesome.
go visit
So we
her.
all finna go to her class.
We can go. I'm not going tonight.
Yeah, I was like, maybe.
I got shit to do
I'm
again
getting
tonight.
forward with you. It's good.
But
I'm just saying, like
I'm headed that way.
maybe Friday. There's
Yes.
Sunday too.
yes, I do have to come back out. I need some more alignment and things in my
down.
life.
I'm
So
coming
I got like
for,
I got
coming
like
for a
6 people
session.
who
You know,
need it.
I'm doing sessions like you get like a 50-minute neuromuscular therapy session and like a 30-minute individual yoga.
Oh,
and
nice.
kind of
Need it.
do some movement
well, I definitely want to
and
get with you on the
stuff
body
together.
work.
Need
And,
it.
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's like it's another
Need
like
it.
thing that I'm doing. We moved and we got a place, and now I have like this room to do those things
Oh,
where
that's
it's like I have a
awesome.
room to heal again, which is really cool because
Awesome.
I kind of quit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I quit touching people, but
That's awesome. I love that.
I digress.
You can't quit forever.
No, you can't.
No.
I was like, I have to touch people. You know what I mean? Like I have to. It really is a thing.
So really
Yeah.
quickly, I'm going to shout out who we have coming up. I'm super excited about next week. We're going to have the host of Raw and Uncut podcast on February the 26th. This episode, you guys, please tune in. I am literally keeping a list of whenever he posts something on Twitter. I'm like, and we're going to talk about that. And so this is going to be a good episode. It's going to be fun. So the topic that I want to talk about really quickly, and this is huge, and we're actually going to talk about it. I kind of talked about it on Create and Elevate, but I got a letter from a young lady who is concerned about her boyfriend, who is 26 years old, taking ED pills. So he has a subscription
shit.
to
Erectile
him.
dysfunction.
Yes,
pills?
Come on
and
now.
he
Why you
does
gotta
not
put it
have
on
it.
Vlad,
And he
though?
does not
Oh.
have it.
Oh, that's terrible.
So really quickly, her concern is this going to be something that she should tell him, like this could cause other issues?
Yes.
Or she's conflicted because, of course, she's benefiting from the fact that he's taking these pills. So her question was, what does she do? Does she let him know that she's concerned about his health in the long run, or does she kind of be selfish
really-
and continue
No, don't be
with getting
selfish. That person could be hurting themselves. Like, it's different if they said, "Oh, let me just do this one time." But even that, it could be so risky. Proprietism is real.
It's so hard for them to understand that when it's a subscription service. Have you seen that? The Blue Chew, Hims, and a couple others. I'm not.
Now, are these
Wow.
actual? Let me ask a question: are these the prescription ones, or are these those late night kind of combos they sell that aren't really
Not-
No, they're real
sildenafil?
ones. They're
So he's taking
subscription
real
ones.
sildenafil,
I don't think they
real-
gas station
right.
pills.
real Viagra, real
Viagra.
Cialis,
Yeah,
like
that
the
can
same
give
stuff.
you a stroke. It can blow your wiener out, basically, to
Oh,
where you can't
yeah.
get rid of the heart.
But there supposedly there's doctors that are talking to these men. You know how you can get your rec and you can just go on and see a doctor. And this doctor is saying, okay, you can use it and you can be 100% healthy. So
I feel like we've fallen away so much from the body. You can enhance those things by like meditating.
Khemia yoga,
Like,
man.
I mean, it
Kundalini
is
yoga,
breath.
yes.
It's when you like watched that first like sexual movie and like things started tingling, you were confused. Like you can do that for yourself. And
Yeah.
are you tingling now? Do you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
You can have that like body awareness and
Exactly.
control.
Exactly.
We forget about that, and so I would say, in combination, if he still wants to continue with that, fine. But like finding some alternative ways to
Yeah.
do that and see how
Yeah.
it feels.
Like-
you know?
I mean,
that's why I love you. You're
when
so
you-
gentle
and
about it. I'm like,
smoking,
no, don't do it.
use cannabis. Get a really good strain that
No, that's
that's
not
made
always
for
good.
that's made for connections, and that'll
That
kind of
makes
allow
sense,
you
too.
to try another way. That would be my recommendation, and I would definitely express your concern for his health
Right.
now and in the
I
future.
think
So
also like for me, it's like if I don't know something, like I'm gonna go and research about it.
Yeah.
And so like understand how it does. So maybe if he knew really how it was acting, because obviously it's a risk. I don't know what happens like
I
when
do.
that happens, but if she's worried about it, then there's something and a reason why she's worried about it.
Yeah.
So what are you worried about?
Yeah.
And then
Like-
you have to communicate that
Yeah.
to that person that you're with, because I mean it's hella cheesy, but like communication is everything when it
Nah,
comes to a
communication is everything.
relationship.
Yes,
Oh my God,
yes.
It's everything.
Communication is key.
especially in a sexual relationship,
Yeah,
especially.
that
Like,
should
yeah.
give you a bad headache. You get a migraine from that shit, and it'll ruin the whole night because your head is pounding.
Well, it's
Right.
huge.
What
I mean,
questions-
I
what
will say
questions
we've
would-
been contacted to have one of those companies as a sponsor. And I haven't talked to you about it, but they were like, you have a young man on there. Would he mind doing like a little commercial about it?
Hell yeah.
Well, there you go. But yeah, so, and it's huge though.
Great.
It's
Yeah.
huge. No, it's, I'll let you know about it.
Shit.
I'm surprised you haven't seen it. You
Feel
probably
me?
heard about it
What?
and just didn't realize it.
I got a portfolio and everything.
Most of the podcasts I listen to, they advertise for it.
I
They're
love my
sponsored,
face.
so-
Hell yeah.
But yeah, but we're always over, so I'm gonna stop it here, guys. Like,
I wanted
they're
to answer the question.
So, what do
Yeah,
you
I was
think?
like, sorry, I gotta
but
go
just-
teach class.
Nah, you-
I'm
Yes,
so
yes.
sorry.
You have to go. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate
I
it so
love all
much.
You guys.
But yeah,
I want to come back just to hang out with you all the time.
please come. We have, we have
just
like a
hang
audience.
out. We don't
Yes.
have to have microphones.
Every Wednesday. But yeah, so what we'll do is we're answer this
gotcha,
some
man.
more. We're actually gonna have guests to come back from Realize. There's a couple people from that, and he wants to come on and talk about it. So
That shit is wild though.
our men episode, we have to really determine what that name is going to be, the opposite of the pussy power episode. We're going to talk about that in detail. But we love you guys all. Thank you so much for joining us again this week.
y'all
We
for
will be
watching.
back next week. Shout out.
to Katy.
Follow us on all. So shout out to Chazz. Shout out to Vita. Shout out to Miss Mindy.
out to
Katy,
Treats.
thank you so much. Wild Jones, Podcast Network, Mr. Jones.
Are we out?
The hubby. And we're out. Thank you guys.